Everyone should be free to believe in what they want, but sometimes what people believe can be deadly. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most dangerous cults in gaming.
More angels, Daddy. This way.
For this list, we'll be looking at the fanatical organizations in gaming whose beliefs often extended into deeply disturbing territory. Needless to say, if you hear them knocking at your door, be busy. I'm Todd Haberkorn and have been in high school choir. I know a thing or two about cults. Just kidding, it's a joke, Miss Ellis.
Let's get ready to Mojo!
Stop! This is a sacred place! Why have you come here? Are you seeking the truth of nothing?
Number 10, the Rapture family. Bioshock 2.
Look, Daddy, it's you.
The Bioshock series has always had cultish elements in its narrative, but this reached new heights in its lesser-mentioned second installment. 10 years following the fall of Andrew Ryan, would you kindly, the city of Rapture has been taken over by a religious faction dedicated to the philosophy of psychiatrist Dr. Sophia Lamb, who now stands as the underwater city's new murderous matriarch.
Fire.
They believe that a sense of unity and brotherhood is the most important thing in life, and protecting the Shire, and ultimately want to be reborn as selfless entities. While these aren't very dangerous ideals in theory, there's still a gang of marauding, plasmid-happy splicers who will kill you on sight. Just another day in Rapture. Number 9, the Children of Atom. Fallout series.
The Church of the Children of Atom is based on the idea that each single atomic mass in all of creation contains within it an entire universe.
This group believes that an entire universe is held in every individual atom, and therefore, the Great War of 2077, which destroyed the world as we know it, was a holy event.
I am Confessor Cromwell, prophet of Atom and father of the undying glow. Please, child, come to the church anytime at all.
While in Fallout 3, they mostly just hung around an undetonated bomb, talked about atoms, and drank irradiated water, in Fallout 4, they've evolved into deadly fanatics with some of the most damaging weapons in the game, attacking the sole survivor without any provocation. They even became a main faction in the game's Far Harbor DLC, living inside a loaded nuclear submarine and threatening everyone who lives on the island. See, this is why people need hobbies.
It's over, isn't it? Far Harbor has finally returned to Atom's grand kingdom.
Number 8, Testament of the New Ezekiel, Outlast 2.
Oh God!
They can't even see me. It's like they're hypnotized.
A cult obsessed with preventing the birth of the Antichrist doesn't sound that bad, until you hear that the method they use to prevent this is by basically killing any and all pregnant women and their children.
Kill that child if you can. If you love anything at all, crush its skull under your heel.
The wholesome practice is made even worse by the group's leader, Papa Noth, who has a horrific habit of raping women and then murdering them when they fall pregnant with his offspring. Blech! It's so horrendous and so loathsome that at times you can't help but feel like joining up with either the local Satanists or the lepers. At least they have principles. And snacks. Definitely snacks when it's group meetup time.
They killed us. They're the lucky ones they killed. Get out!
Number 7, the Venatori, Dragon Age Inquisition.
Exalt the Elder One. The will that is Corypheus.
When Thedas was first colonized, it was the Tevinter Imperium who led the way, becoming a powerhouse of slavery, dark magic, and subjugation, until they eventually started the First Blight and inadvertently destroyed their own brutal empire.
The Elder One doesn't care about the village. He only wants the Herald.
It's the Venatori's aim to return to Vinta to its former glory by worshipping and resurrecting a deity known as the Elder One, who isn't even a god at all, but just a man who turned himself into a monster in pursuit of godhood, and also got himself a pet dragon along the way. That's cute. Guys, stop living in the past. Unless it's to be retro and give us a reboot of the series Perfect Strangers.
You serve your people. You have one last chance to save them.
Number 6, Cabal on the field. The Cabal, blood.
What is your bidding, Master?
You have failed me.
In this classic shooter filled to the brim with pop culture references and inside jokes, you play as Caleb, an undead Wild West gunslinger, on a mission to avenge the death of his lover Ophelia at the hands of the Cabal, a cult dedicated to worshipping the ancient god Chernobog.
I've taken your love. Now I will take your life.
But the twist here is that Caleb and Ophelia were previously part of the Chosen, the most powerful leaders in the Cabal, who were betrayed by Chernobog, which shouldn't really come as much of a surprise since he's a god dedicated to, you guessed it, evil, and got themselves murdered as a result. Next time, read the fine print, people!
Come to me, my son. Let us embrace at last.
Number 5, Mythic Dawn, The Elder Scrolls IV, Oblivion.
Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
In order to return their leader Mehrunes Dagon to a position of power where he can take control over all of Tamriel, the Order of the Mythic Dawn planned to open gates to the realm of Oblivion, consequently allowing a whole host of Daedric monsters to flood through and get to slaughtering.
You may pass into the shrine. Hera will take you to the Master for your initiation into the service of Lord Dagon.
Because nothing makes a demon deity of destruction happier than razing a whole civilization to the ground. Just to top it all off, they also kill off sentient beings to Dagon as part of their initiation, because no cult is complete without some good old human sacrifice.
Look out!
Number 4, The Order, Silent Hill series.
That day has finally come. The time is nigh. Everyone will be released from pain and suffering.
Based on the eponymous town of Silent Hill, this secret society of doomsday cultists are as ancient as they are wicked. With absolutely no moral compass, acts of torture, murder, kidnapping, and brainwashing are all just tools of the trade.
My daughter will be the mother of God.
You can always count on them to indoctrinate children to their way of thinking in order to carry on their vile work, and if things just so happen to be going their way, maybe they'll take another stab at reviving a not-so-benevolent god to bring hell to the masses. You know, it's really sweet when you think about it this way. Good luck, Order!
You've dug up my parents. What now? When do we get to look inside your sick little mind?
Number 3, Los Illuminados, Resident Evil 4.
Apparently, there's a religious cult group involved. They're called the Los Illuminados.
Los Illuminados? That's a mouthful.
Their name may translate to the enlightened in Spanish, but anyone who worships a parasitic organism that can cause the locals to turn into a horde of crazies clearly is missing something between their ears. This organism is called Las Plagas, and Los Illuminados have made it their mission to spread the divine infection to anyone and everyone, even hatching a plan to infect the president's daughter so they can have influence over Estados Unidos.
I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
With an infected president and a pseudo-zombie army at their disposal, who knows how dangerous they would have become if Leon Kennedy and his fabulous hair hadn't stopped them. Number 2, The Project at Eden's Gate, Far Cry 5.
But God is watching us, and He will judge us on what we choose in this moment.
Welcome to Hope County, Montana, home to a cult of fanatical Christian extremists who spread both the gospel of their leader, Joseph Seed, hallucinogenic drug bliss. Anyone who won't submit to the power of yes and join their flock is either forced to take so much bliss they lose their minds, brainwashed to kill their allies, or just tortured to death. Take your pick.
Yes. Yes, I will atone.
They even carve the sins they believe people have committed into their own skin, friend and foe alike. Yeah, not to be awkward, but sorry, cult version of Tony Robbins, we're gonna have to invoke the power of no.
It is finished, child.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sing great.
Not quite at the end yet. Almost there though. Just be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Alright, back to business.
Number 1, Unitology, Dead Space series.
Thank you, Isaac. Now, time to die. What?
Because why just be part of a crazed religious cult that worships run-of-the-mill deities when you could be part of a crazed religious cult that worships giant alien constructs known for turning people into monsters? Welcome to Unitology, folks.
Dana! You're a Unitologist. Of course you are. Why did I trust you?
These sci-fi wackos somehow believe that their markers are symbols of a divine alien power responsible for creating humanity and aim to lead people towards convergence from Thor Part 2, horrible, which is a fancy name for turning everybody into necromorphs. Try to resist and you'll end up getting massacred by a swarm of devout worshippers, or just have your sanity shattered by the marker's mind-melting hallucinations. Either way, sounds like a great way to spend a Friday night.
Yours is the last body you need to be reborn. The Makers must be absorbed.
The Makers? You mean me? But Strauss said we could destroy the marker.
Not if we can kill you first.
God damn it, I trusted you!
In the mood for more awesome gaming content? Be sure to check out this video here on MojoPlays. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.